Hello and welcome to a Shallow Dive show. Today we'll be taking a shallow dive into Pride. June is Pride Month. I know it's not quite June 1st, but let's just forget about that fact. And let's get into this slightly shorter but still incredibly interesting video. Let's do it. Pride is an annual celebration that commemorates the people in the LGBTQ+ or queer communities. During this month, there are public events like parades, walks, and parties, but it is also a time of reflection, celebration, and activism to keep fighting and celebrating the rights that queer people both need and have achieved. Pride originated in Greenwich Village, New York City, which was located in the West Village of Manhattan. It was, and still is today, widely known as a historically queer neighborhood. On June 28, 1969, at Stonewall Inn, there was a planned police raid. Officially, it was to inspect the bar's liquor license, but really, it was to arrest members of the queer community that were inside. You see, in 1969, being part of the LGBTQ+ community was illegal. Two members of the same gender couldn't even dance together. People had to hide their identities in fear of arrest. When the police showed up to the bar, they started detaining people. But one woman went and threw a brick at police. This empowered the other people in the bar to start resisting the police as well. This resisting of the police turned into riots, and these riots continued for the next 3 nights in the West Village. This was the first time that queer voices were heard. This was the first time that queer voices were taken seriously. And this was the first time that people said their identities, or dared to say them. So this was a big step. Now, the woman who threw the brick, she's still not known by many to this day. Her name is Marsha P. Johnson. She was a black drag performer at the time. She identified as female her entire life, but transgender wasn't a term back then, so she referred to herself as plainly a queen. She was not reported on at all at the time, even up until her death in the 1990s at the age of 46. But she's the reason why the Pride movement went today. For every year since, Pride has been a very important time for the queer community, both a time to band together and celebrate all of the steps we have taken, or take a moment to mourn and reflect tragedies that have happened. And often it is both. Want to learn more about this topic? I put resources down below. Now, the one piece of resource that I recommend you read the most is all of my resources about Marsha P. Johnson. Now, even to this day, there's very little written about her, but she was incredibly interesting and incredibly underrepresented. Thank you so much for watching this video. Sorry it was a little bit late, but still, stay happy, stay healthy, happy Pride Month, enjoy your weekend, and goodbye.